Okay, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
It is Sunday.
Good morning.
And
I don't think you heard her, but my mother said good morning.
yes, it's super special guest here today with us, Best Mom. So, as always, we're in that book there. Today, we're continuing on with Jesus heals two blind beggars. There's a three-part parallel, so now we're in the second part, Mark chapter 10, starting at verse 46. When they reached Jericho, as Jesus and his disciples left town, a large crowd followed him. A blind beggar named Bartimaeus, the son of Timaeus, was sitting beside the road. When Bartimaeus heard that Jesus of Nazareth was nearby, he began to shout, "Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me." "Be quiet," many of the people yelled at him. But he only shouted louder, "Son of David, have mercy on me." When Jesus heard him, he stopped and said, "Tell him to come here." So they called the blind man. "Cheer up," they said. "Come on, he's calling you." Bartimaeus threw aside his coat, jumped up, and came to Jesus. "What do you want me to do for you?" Jesus asked. "My rabbi," the blind man said, "I want to see." And Jesus said to him, "Go, for your faith has healed you." Instantly the man could see, and he followed Jesus down the road. Another commentary from Mark. Jericho was a popular resort city rebuilt by Herod the Great in the Judean desert, not far from the Jordan River crossing. Jesus was on his way to Jerusalem. And Mark, I think it said that in Mark chapter 10, verse 32. And after crossing over from Perea, he would naturally enter Jericho. Beggars were a common sight in most towns. Because most occupations of that day required physical labor, anyone with a crippling disease or disability was at a severe disadvantage and was usually forced to beg, even though God's laws commanded care for such needy people. I find that in Leviticus chapter 25, verses 35 to 38. Blindness was considered a curse from God for sin. That's in John chapter 9, verse 2. But Jesus refuted this idea when he reached out to heal the blind. We do not know how long Bartimaeus had been blind, but it only took a moment for him to decide to call on Jesus for help. Jesus met many spiritually blind people, religious leaders, family members, people in the crowd. Though their eyes were fine, they could not see the truth about Jesus. But blind Bartimaeus heard the report about that Jesus was coming and boldly cried out. In coming to Jesus, we need Bartimaeus's boldness. We must overcome our reticence. Not really sure what that word means. Reticence and doubts, and take a step to call on him. Bartimaeus had not seen Jesus' miracles, but he responded in faith to what he had heard. We have heard Jesus described in the Gospels. May we be like those of Peter who wrote, "You love him even though you have not seen him. Though you do not see him now, you trust him, and you rejoice with a glorious, inexpressible joy." And it's in 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 8.
One thing I noticed in today's reading, and I know it was a parallel and it's the same message in all three readings, but I noticed today he threw off his coat. Mm-hmm. And in biblical time, their cloak was like the most valuable thing they would own. Mm-hmm. So he basically threw down everything.
Well, he's excited. Did Jesus call him? He's like, I'm going.
Yeah,
I'm out.
But they used it for warmth. They used it for carrying things. They used it for protection against elements like briars and stuff. They used it for everything.
And he used to borrow against it.
Yes, they used to borrow against it and give it as collateral. Mm-hmm. So throwing off his coat was a big deal. It's important. That's why it's included in the scripture.
And I guess that's a lesson to us is, our cloaks is our money and our
anything that we hold of value.
Yeah, throw it all off and go. And he ran to Jesus.
Right. And it doesn't say he picked it back up when he went down the road following him either.
No.
He just started following him immediately.
Yep.
So he left it behind. It doesn't say any different, but I would assume he left it behind.
Mm-hmm.
The word you
You have to talk up.
were trying to say as a base word is retro.
Oh.
So it would mean past. So throw
okay.
away our past and our doubts.
Thank you. Okay. Hope everybody has a glorious day, and we'll finish this up next time we get together. See ya.